all energized up today, ready to do this live stream. Just got to pull up my chat and then I will get started on this painting. So I'm starting another new painting today. I know. I already have like so many other paintings in progress, but I just felt the need to start a new painting because that's just how I roll. Because, if you have that idea, sometimes you got to run with it. And so that's what I'm doing today. But yeah, I'm gonna be working on this piece today. Hey Dondrell, how you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing well today. You have a good weekend. I'm starting a new piece today. But yeah, I'm just trying to pull up the chat on my freaking computer so I can see what is going on since I use my phone to live stream. Yep, brand new freshie canvas. This is the second pack, or the second canvas out of the pack that I used. Out of that Hippie Crafter ones that they sent me. And I really like their canvases, so we're going to do another painting on them. I do. I'm curious. I wonder how many paintings I actually do have. I'm curious about that, Dondro. But yeah, we're going to do a little smiley face piece today. I've always wanted to do, paint one of these iconic smiley faces, and so today's the day. And as you can see, I'm going to be doing that same kind of background like I did for the glitch effect. And I'm going to be painting the background like black and white checkerboard. And then the painting, I haven't quite figured out yet. I want to make the painting look like it's also like trippy and like it's moving. So I need to figure out how to do that. But first things first, I got some music to play today. So let me get the music going here. I found some copyright-free music to play. Because doing art is just better when there's some music going, I feel like. Let me know if the music's too loud or anything. But yeah, I'm ready to get started. So if you've seen my art, my paintings in the past, you know I always start out all of my paintings on a piece of parchment paper. And that is because when I do this, when I I'll transfer the drawing to the canvas, I'll get some nice, a nice light pencil outline. Whereas if I drew directly on the canvas, I might get some harsh pencil lines and then I'm gonna have to erase on the canvas, which kind of screws up the texture on the canvas sometimes. And so I like to do it like this. But yeah, I got that, the glitch painting I did. I'll show you real quick. So I did this glitch painting last week on a live, and if anybody wants to learn how to do this yourselves, you can check out the tutorial. It just came out today. So please go watch that video. And if you're watching, please give me a thumbs up. Let's see if we can reach 25 likes today. Can we do it? What's up, Wyatt? Hi, Cece. Cece. How you doing today? So if you're just popping in, I'm going to be painting this today. But yeah. How's everyone doing today? What y'all been up to? Did everyone have a good Valentine's Day? I swear this weekend and Monday just flew by like crazy. Whoops, I'm already screwing up. So I don't want the lines that are in the petals. I just want the lines for my background. But yeah, the reason I'm doing it like this is because I don't want to get all these harsh pencil lines on my canvas. So every piece always starts out on a parchment paper. Yeah, how you doing, Cece? Are you an artist as well? It's good to see you. Nice to meet you today. I go live on YouTube Tuesday through Thursdays at the same time. And this week I'm going to be going live on Friday as well. So 4 live streams this week. You know, doing what I can here. Yeah, no worries, Wyatt. How you been? It's good to see you too. Earthling was asking about you last week because he wanted to add you to Discord. Earthling messaged me earlier on IG. He said he wasn't going to be able to make it today because he has an exam. Yeah, I hope you've been doing good. Hope you've been getting some good rest. Let me know if the music's too loud or too low or whatever. I don't usually play music on my lives, but I found some DMCA copyright-free music to play because I just like having a little background noise going on, you know? It makes the process feel like it's going faster than it actually is, I feel like, for some reason. Yeah, welcome in, everybody. Please give me a little thumbs up if you can. I appreciate your support, and thank you to everyone taking time out of your day to come and watch me make art. Earthling was on a couple of times last week. He was on a few streams. I don't think he came to Thursday's stream, but he was there for Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe. But yeah, he said he messaged me. He said he had an exam, so he couldn't come in today. What's up, Ranger fan? Oh, you're at a sleepover? That's fun. Well, enjoy your time. Oh, I remember the days of having sleepovers. Those were so fun. I think when I turned, I think it was 9 or 10 years old, I had the biggest sleepover ever. There was 18 girls that spent the night at my sleepover one time for one of my birthdays. It was insane. We were all piled up all over the house. But thanks for stopping in and saying hi, Ranger fan. I hope you have a great time at your sleepover. Thanks for popping in. Honestly, the streams last week. Oh, well, thank you, Wyatt. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, so thank you all. Wyatt just reminded me I hit over 3,000 subscribers this past weekend, which was pretty exciting. And of course, it's not about the number that matters to me. It's just about those connections that I've been making with people, you know what I mean? It's freaking awesome. I'm such a people person, so I really love doing these live streams because I get the chance to chat with people, meet people from all over the world, and I get to do art while I'm doing it, you know what I mean? It's like two of my most favoritist things combined. But thank you, Wyatt. I appreciate your support. Thank you. I don't know, starting in December, I was getting 25,000 views a week, and then in December it's gone down, but this month has been better than January and December. But yeah, I've been putting out a lot of content. I do 2 to 3 shorts a week, and then I do 2 long form videos a week, which has taken a lot of time to do. It takes much longer to do these longer form videos than a short, so I've been spending a lot of time working on content for YouTube, but it's always fun. I've been doing, I did a couple of tutorial videos this past week. I showed everyone how to paint a glitch effect, and then I did a do-it-yourself sign for your art studio. If you have an art studio, I made this super cute sign using a paint palette. So yeah, the tutorial videos take a bit longer to create than any other kinds of videos, you know. Thank you, Ranger fan. Take it easy. I'm blowing up. Thanks, Wyatt. How you been, Wyatt? How's school and everything going for you? Have you had a bunch of exams and stuff to do too? Undertale? I'm not sure what Undertale is, Theo. And welcome in, Theo. How you doing today? It's good to see you. Appreciate you watching my short. I saw your comment on there the other day. Maybe that was yesterday. I don't know. All my days seem to blend in together anymore. But yeah, I already had a nice nap this morning. So I wake up at 5 a.m. Monday through Friday and I work out. And it was 7 o'clock this morning after all my workout and everything. And I was just exhausted. So I went and took a nap and I was asleep for almost 3 hours. I was like, geez. So I'm energized today. I'm happy I got that nap in. I needed it. You know, you gotta listen to your body when it's telling you to rest. You're doing fine? That's good, Theo. Have you been working on any new art pieces lately? And hello, Creative Mystics. How you doing? Good to see you, lady. How was your weekend and your Valentine's Day? That was such a sweet card that you made. You're so creative. I love it. It's awesome. So if you're popping in and you're wondering what the heck is she doing, I'm getting this drawing ready to transfer onto my canvas. And this is how all of my paintings start. Because it just works out the best for me. Because in the past, I've just drawn directly onto the canvas, and then I try to go paint over my pencil lines, and I'll tell you, trying to cover up a pencil line with a light color like yellow or orange is like nearly impossible. So this is the method that I use, so I avoid any kind of frustration trying to do that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm going to be trying out some new paint today. And we will see how it goes. Oh, it looks like a game character. Oh, okay, Theo. It's called Undertale, huh? I've never heard of that game. Is it a game character? Is it a video game or a board game or what kind of game? I've always wanted to paint, like, you know, this smiley face is pretty iconic. Especially, you know, growing up in the 90s, this smiley face was everywhere. I tried to add a little flavor to mine, so I made it like the eyes and the smiley face kind of look like it's melting. And I'm hoping I can figure out how to make it look like the flower is going to be melting. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Decided to see it when I was really had a headache and let me tell. Why? Oh no. Well, I hope you're feeling better from your headache. But yeah, I just came out with a tutorial today about how to paint the glitch effect, which was that painting you're talking about, Wyatt. And it was a lot of fun to make. So I'm going to be doing the same kind of checkerboard background on this piece. I'm not going to be adding the whole red and yellow and orange to it. I'm just going to do a black and white checkerboard background for this. But yeah, thanks for checking out that painting I did. A Tiny Alchemy Themes painting. Nice, Theo. Are you going to be posting that up on your YouTube? And yeah, y'all, make sure you go and check each other out. I know we've got Theo and Creative Mystics and Don Drell in the chat. They're all awesome artists, content creators. Check them out. Let's support one another. Because that's what a community does, right? We all got to help each other out. Putting content out into the world takes a lot of time. And so to know that people are actually seeing your stuff is a nice feeling. You know what I'm saying? Just finished a lot of my... Oh, you finished some artwork? Oh, fun! Wyatt, what kind of artwork have you been doing? Some portrait pieces? Is that what you mostly do, if I remember right? And what kind of medium do you use? Do you paint or do you draw? Or what kind of mediums do you enjoy using? This helps me when... Yeah, Sherry, I'm glad to hear you had a good Valentine's Day. I love showing the process. Like, I personally love seeing the process and kind of like this sort of thing, like a behind the scenes of how, because you know, every artist has a different process and does things differently. So I really enjoy like getting to share my process, because maybe it'll help somebody out there, you know, because I know how frustrating it is. You spend a lot of time on your work and then you try to cover up the lines with your light colors, and it's just, it's hard. I think this is ready to go. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to check it out, Theo. It's called Undertale, huh? Hopefully this is okay. Can you guys hear the music? Or is the music too loud? Or let me know what you think about the music. It's just some like generic copyright-free music. But I thought it'd be fun to have some music going today on stream. Since I don't usually play music, thought to do something a little different. So I have to stand up and see where I'm at with this because I want to make sure this is lined up right here. So now that I got the graphite, so the graphite on the back of this paper is going to act kind of like a carbon paper, but this is parchment paper. And I use parchment paper because it's way cheaper than tracing paper or carbon paper. Like literally you can get a roll of it for $3 or $4, so that's why I use it. Yeah. Oh, you're so sweet, Sherry. Zener, what are Zener cards? Is that like a card game? I've never heard of those before, Theo. So now I'm just gonna go over these lines with my mechanical pencil to transfer the graphite that I put on the back of this, and it will transfer onto the canvas. Sorry if I get too loud talking. I'm standing up right now, so I'm like right up on my phone, and my mouth is literally right at the microphone, so I'm gonna try to remember to not talk loudly. But I am in a pretty excitable mood today, so I'm sorry if I get loud. That's what happens when you actually get sleep, I guess. You were doing some character art. Nice. Like some of your own original characters, or were you doing characters from from games, or what kind of characters were you making, Wyatt? And what kind of medium were you using? You got a load done. Doesn't that feel great? When you sit down and get a whole bunch of art done. I know that's such a nice feeling, right? So now we're going to get this drawing onto this canvas. Do. Oh, you do have some exams coming up, so we'll see how to balance them out. I gotcha. Well, I hope, wishing you all the best with your exams. Hey, Ash, how's it going? How are you doing today? Welcome into the live. I think this is the first time I have seen you around these parts. I'm just working on transferring this drawing right now. I think I screwed up on my placement now that I'm looking at it. It needed to be scooched over a bit. Or maybe this is okay. We'll just have to see how it goes, I guess. But yeah, I know you got this, Wyatt. You got this. Earthling said he had some exams coming up too, so you guys must be on the same exam schedule thing going on, huh? I'll tell you what, I did not miss having to take tests and all that. I was just talking to my younger brother a couple days ago, and he had just started a new semester, and he was telling me about, the struggles of being a college student. It's a lot of work. But it'll be worth it. Just remember that. It's kind of hard for me to read chat while I'm doing this step, because I've got to kind of focus on where I'm at in the drawing so I don't miss any lines. No ads, please. 25 cards through 5 symbols, and you have to... Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never heard of that game before, Theo. So is it actual cards, or is it like a video game card game? Does anybody else know how to play, Man, what is the name of that game? My brain doesn't want to work. I swear, as soon as I start live streaming, my memory just goes to crap. Cribbage. Anyone out there like to play cribbage? That's a pretty fun card game. It's one of the few card games I actually know how to play. I know how to play poker and I know how to play cribbage. But any other game, I always forget. Like, I'll learn how to play different card games, but then I forget how to play them really easily. But cribbage and poker are two that I know for sure. Come on, pencil. Just last me until I'm done with this. And this is the worst part about being an artist right here. Getting graphite on the side of your hands. Definitely an artist struggle, right? This music is like getting me hyped up now. That's why I like music too while I'm doing art. I feel like it just brings a whole nother vibe or energy, right? Music has the power to do that to you. This is the most painstaking part of this process because I don't want to miss any lines. In doing these squiggly lines, I'm trying to go over them exactly as I drew them, but that's kind of difficult too. So you've been working on your bookshelf, Sherry? How's your bookshelf coming along? I think I already did this line, right? It looks like I did it already. Now for the smiley face. So I want this smiley face to look like it's kind of melting. And I might try to use the glitch effect on the smiley face and the flower part, if I can figure out the best way to place the colors. So I might just get this outline done today with the black paint pen and then start the painting tomorrow? I'm not really sure. We'll have to see how it goes. Okay, so I got the petals, I got the face. Now I just need to get the stem in here, which I think I already did that, but I didn't do the leaves yet. Do. Agony? Is that another kind of card game, Theo? It's certainly annoying. I deal completely into pencil colors and shade. Yeah, you get it. You get it, huh, Wyatt? Doesn't it drive you freaking insane? It's one of the worst parts about using pencil. So I would love to see some of your work, Wyatt. I do have a Discord server if you would like to join it. I invited Earthling. Earthling joined my Discord server. But yeah, I don't know if you're on Instagram or something, Wyatt, but if you are, I can send you the link to my Discord server if you want to join it. I've got a whole art server. I don't know if I really want to like post the link out into the world yet. It's kind of an exclusive thing. Like, I kind of like to get to know the people. Oh crap, that are joining it. I realized I didn't draw my horizontal lines. That could be a problem. Okay, let's try this again. I screwed up. I gotta make sure this is lined up in just the right spot now. Okay. Well, hopefully I don't mess up when I do the horizontal lines now, but I think I got this lined up here. Okay. Get my ruler. I almost forgot to draw these lines for my checkerboard background. So I really like these canvases because I can push hard on them and they don't start sagging. Like a lot of canvases like to start sagging when you push too hard on them. These work out pretty good. I'm liking these canvases. Here we go. Forgot the horizontal lines. But what's really cool about using this technique is that in the future, if I decide that I want to paint this piece again, like maybe I want to do different colors or try a different technique out, I won't have to draw the whole thing all over again. I can use this transfer sheet to transfer it onto another canvas, which is pretty nice. So that's kind of another perk. So I have a whole drawer full of these transfer sheets that I've made for all the different paintings I've made in the past 5 or 6 years. I love this though. I love using this technique. And the reason I use a mechanical pencil is because it has that small precise tip. So it's a little bit easier to get a nice solid transfer. Orwell's, yes, I know that book, Theo. That book is crazy, right? What are some of y'all's favorite books? You read a lot of different books, huh, Theo? I was just talking to someone on Threads today about The Count of Monte Cristo. Isn't that such a good book? I love how Desmond gets his revenge. It's freaking awesome. But yeah, really good book. Really good movie. Has Jim Caviezel in it. It's an older movie now, but it's still a good one. Still one that I like to watch here and there on, because I have it on DVD. Kind of screwed that line up. Whoops. Isn't it funny how you can never escape freaking math? Even in art, there's math. I was never the biggest fan of math. So having to do this measuring and stuff, drawing straight lines, not my jam, but I know it's going to be worth it because my painting's going to look cool with this background. Okay, I'm almost done, and then I can read the chat again. Yeah, thank you everyone for being here and taking time out of your day to come and hang out with me. I appreciate your support. There we go. Oops, I saw another line where I missed, but that's fine. I'm just gonna... And these lines are kind of crooked. I kind of screwed up on some of this, but that's all right. We're gonna fix it. So I did a poll recently as a community post, and I was asking people what their favorite part of watching live streams is, and people said seeing the process and watching mistakes and fixes come into play. So here you go. I gotta fix some mistakes that I made doing this. Oh, you found me on Insta? Okay, Wyatt, yeah. If you want to send me a message on there, and I can send you a link to the Discord when I'm done streaming today. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat if anybody else would like to follow me on Instagram or connect with me outside of YouTube. I've got Instagram, I've got Facebook, I have Threads, all the things. You know what, Theo? I'm not sure how that would look. That's an interesting thought, though. If I flip-flopped the lines on here. Can I scooch this down? Okay. I gotta get this a little bit closer to me. So, whenever I do have to draw directly on a canvas, I like to use a 5B pencil because the mark that it leaves is very light compared to other types of pencils. If I can direct. Yeah, you should be able to message me on there, Wyatt. It might just go to like my hidden messages or whatever. Like when Earthling first messaged me on Instagram, it went to my hidden messages for some reason, but if I know that you're messaging me, I will look in that inbox. No worries, Sherry. I appreciate you popping back in. I kind of screwed up on my lines here, so I need to double check them. But that's because I forgot them the first time, and I don't know if I like properly lined it up the second time. Just gotta sharpen these up a bit. But thank you. I need to get some chores done today too, Sherry. I've just been so busy with my YouTube stuff. It's just hard to balance everything, right? Sometimes it's like there's always so much to do that I'm still trying to find a good balance between the things I want to do and the things I have to do. You know what I mean? This line looks like it got a little screwed up. So I need to erase this. Erase this line right here, because that is not right. Yeah, I just hate having to erase on a canvas. It breaks my heart every time I have to do it. I'm like, no! But it's okay. We'll get it worked out here. It was almost at the right spot, but not quite. I'm watching it. Oh, okay, nice, nice. You doing a little reset in your art space, your art studio? I need to do a little cleaning up in my art studio too. I mostly have a lot of boxes in here of things I need to, that I got art supplies in and I need to throw out. But that's good. It always feels nice to have a clean space to work in, right? Not a bunch of clutter. There we go. Sometimes it's hard though, because I'm working on, most of the time I'm working on multiple projects. And I don't like having to clean up a project when I'm halfway through it and then having to pull everything out again, which is why I'm thankful I have an art studio space to begin with. Because there was definitely times in my life where I used to just work in a little corner in my room. I had a desk, or I would just work on the dining room table and then have to move my stuff every time it was time to eat. And boy, that drove me crazy. So I feel very thankful to have this dedicated space, I think it's important for all artists to have that dedicated space for their art. Because for me, when I walk into my art studio, I know in my mind, like, this is the spot where I create. And I feel like my mind just can get into that creative flow a little bit faster, having a dedicated space, if that makes sense. This bottom line was totally messed up. I think this will be good. Oops, I drew through my leaf. It's okay. All right, I think we got it now. Dang it. I guess I need to get a new eraser. I've had this eraser thing for like over 10 years. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy things that you end up holding on to after years and years, right? Let me just clean this part up a little bit. And then I can get to the outlining part. which is always very satisfying. I love the outlining step of making art because that's when the whole piece comes together, right? I think I'm ready now. I hope so anyways. It looks pretty good to me. Okay. So, I can sit down now and chill out a bit. Get my paint pen ready here. Weaving self-care things can be challenging to have a... Yes. Yes, Sherry. Self-care is so important, y'all. It's so important to take that time for yourself. Even if it's just... I saw another spot I missed. Even if it's just a couple minutes every day that you can have, it's important to set that time, you know, for yourself. Like, me and Sherry were talking not too long ago about how people, especially, you know, with kids and stuff, it can be hard to take that time. But it's so important. You can't fill up others if your cup is empty, right? You gotta have a full cup. Okay, I think I'm ready now. Make sure I don't have any graphite on my hand here. What's up, Violet? How you doing? This live came up as I started drawing a sketch. Oh, really? What are you working on, Violet? It's great to meet you. Do you also make art on YouTube or share your art on YouTube, I guess I should say? I want to check your... I want to see this real quick. I want to see if you also... I'm always happy to meet a fellow artist. Or anybody really. I love meeting people. But yeah, do you share your artwork on YouTube as well, Violet? And what kind of sketch to painting are you doing today? I've got this crazy little flower thing going on. Okay, no worries, Wyatt. I just noticed I missed another line up here. But yeah, I'll send you an invite to my Discord after stream today. I've been trying to get more active on it. I was pretty active on it a couple years ago, and then I kind of stopped going on Discord for a while. But now I'm back on it again. But it's just nice to have another space like off of YouTube where people can chat and connect with each other, because YouTube doesn't allow messaging, and sometimes you want to chat with someone more after a stream, right? But yeah, I'll make sure that I get you added to that, Wyatt. So I'm going to start outlining the flower first, and then I will outline my lines for the background. This part's always a little nerve-wracking, right? So this is how I start out most of my paintings. I love how a black outline looks on artwork. Just that kind of graphic feel that it gives, you know? And then once I'm done with this, I can erase the pencil lines if I need to, but hopefully I'll go over them enough to where I won't have to erase anything. Push mic to the living room, dining room. It's because I've been in... Oh, okay. I got you, Sherry. Taking over the house with your creativity, huh? I love it. Yeah, I like my little art studio space. It's a small little spot. It's probably only like 300 or 400 square foot. So it's cozy in here. But I have so much art supplies and art that I've made. Like, sometimes it's kind of hard to keep it clean in here because I just have so much stuff, you know what I mean? I would love to have a bigger space someday, but for now I'm very thankful to have my art studio space. Even if it's a cozy little one. My freaking paint is... There we go. My paint started splattering outside of the paint pen, I think because there wasn't enough paint flowing through it, so that's better now. But yeah, I'm sending you lots of good vibes and love to you, Sherry. I can't imagine. That must be so hard to deal with. It's like the worst part of having a pet, right? But I think that pets will be there, our pets will be there for us to see them again in the afterlife, you know? All my dogs are getting so old, and so I don't know. I don't want to think about it, but it's in the back of my mind, like, oh, my puppies. Because I don't have kids, so these dogs are definitely just more than dogs to me. They're like my kids. I always call them my little pepperonis. Oh, you like it, Wyatt? You've heard these songs before? I just found like a DMCA free, copyright free playlist, and I decided to play some music today on stream. When I first started doing lives on YouTube, I was playing music and then I stopped, but I kind of like having some music in the background. But I don't know any of these songs. None of these songs are familiar to me. So I have to flip this around so I don't have to worry about smearing any of this black paint while I'm continuing on here. And eventually this black outline is definitely going to be thicker. I'm using an ultra fine paint pen right now, which is what I usually like to do when I'm going over my outlines. Just because it's a little bit more precise, and then I'll fatten up the line at the very end. So outlining is the first step I do of my process, and also the last step. But it makes me happy to hear that you like this music. NCS note. Yeah, it must be. All the teenagers use it while gaming. I got the teeny bopper music playing today. Well, that's cool. Like, you know, you're familiar with this music. I don't know any of these songs. I mostly listen to, well, depending on my mood, I like Pandora. I'm still one of those people that listen to Pandora. I get, apparently a lot of people use Spotify nowadays instead of Pandora, but I've been using Pandora for like 15 years or something. I've got all my stations on there, and I just like it. Because I always like find new songs that I like through it and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I love Pandora. But I listen to all kinds of different music. I've been really into like the early 2000s music lately. Because I used to really love to listen to like emo music, screamo music, whatever you want to call it. And I've been kind of like listening to those old songs again from my youth. It's taking me back. Isn't it amazing how kind of screwed up there, but that's fine. Isn't it crazy how you can hear a song and it just like instantly brings you back to a time in your life? Well, let me skip this ad. Yeah. I so agree, Sherry. They're always there. They're always going to be there with you. But yeah, I got my dog Jack, the oldest dog I have now, probably like 3 weeks after we lost the family dog. But Jack's the first dog that I ever had that was just my dog. And yeah, I can't believe he's going to be 17 in a little over a month. He's like losing his hearing and his eyesight, but he's still running around like a puppy. He still gets the zoomies. He loves to drive me insane. He's seriously one of the naughtiest dogs I've ever had. Like, anything he can do that's gonna be naughty, he's gonna do it. Dang it, I just noticed I smeared some paint right there. Yeah, he's kind of a naughty dog. You love Pandora? Me too. I don't even have a Spotify account. I love Pandora. Just because I like discovering new songs, you know. But the song, I've been obsessed with this song for a couple days now. It's called Banquet by Block Party. And it's almost a 20-year-old song, but for some reason it's been stuck in my mind lately. It's such a good one. How about y'all? What kind of music do you guys like to listen to? There we go. But I had the craziest dream this morning when I took a nap. I had a dream that I was in like this huge, it wasn't a house, it was like a castle or something. It was like an estate. It wasn't a mansion. It was like huge. And everything was made of wood. And it was all like opulent, like there's just fancy furniture everywhere. And for some reason in the dream, I had on some like fancy clothes, and then I decided I wanted to put on overalls. So I put on these red overalls and I was running around this huge house, mansion, whatever it was, an estate. It was such a random freaking dream. I don't know where my mind gets these ideas from. But at least it wasn't a nightmare, so I can't complain. I had some nightmares last night. But this morning after my nap, it was a good dream. Skip. Thank you, Theo. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's coming along. I just saw another line I missed drawing. So how does everybody else like to do their sketches to canvas? Do y'all just like to sketch your piece right on the canvas, or does anybody else do a sort of method like I do? I do have a tutorial on my channel too if anybody wants to learn step by step how I do this whole transfer method thing. I made a tutorial on it last year, so you might have to scroll a bit. But it is there if anybody would like to see it. But yeah, just this weekend, I totally finished working on my Amazon storefront. And so now, well, let me back up. Probably 2 weeks ago now, I got approved as like an Amazon influencer. And so now I can have my own storefront on Amazon. And so I've been working on adding like art supplies and DIY and craft supplies that I like to use to it, and even some art related clothing. Because I know maybe not everybody makes art, but they like art. And so I added some clothing on there too. But yeah, my Amazon storefront is now live. And if you buy anything from it, it doesn't cost you anything extra. But it does help me out because I make a small percentage from any purchases. So if anybody is interested in checking out my Amazon storefront, let me know. I need to add it to my socials command. I did add a new command this morning though. If you put exclamation point vibes into the chat, it'll pop up with a little message. Here, I'll show you guys real quick. vibes. Let's test it out. I don't know if it even works. Sending all the good vibes out to everybody. There we go. And if anybody would like to see what commands that I have for my chat, you can check them out. I just put the link in there. I've been adding some fun commands to my chat just to try to make the stream a little more interactive. So if y'all want to check that out, there is the link in the chat. It totally looks like the evil... Oh my gosh, I have to see this flower that you're talking about, Theo. Undertale, it's called? Undertale. Undertale flower. Hey, Link the Best, how you doing today? Thanks for popping in. Hope you had a good day so far and a nice weekend. What you up to today? I'm seeing it right now, Theo. Is it kind of the graphic looking one? That's a cute little flower. Oh, it does kind of look like him, huh? I love it. This is my first time ever like drawing a character like this. But I really wanted to draw this smiley face, like the iconic smiley face, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. So that's why I decided to paint him inside of a flower. So it's same, but different. Does anybody know what that quote's from? One of my most favorite movies. Yeah, I remember you. How could I forget Linktree? I almost called you Linktree because I have Linktree on my mind. Link the Best. I remember you, bud. How you doing? What you been up to? I love meeting people and chatting with people. So yeah, I talk a lot on my live streams. But that's because I'm a social person and I'm by myself a lot. You can only talk to your dog so much, right? So I really enjoy doing these live streams because it gives me the chance to chat with people, and I just like to kind of create a space where people can just come and relax and enjoy some art and enjoy a chat if that's what they want to. But I know not everybody likes to chat, so I appreciate the lurkers out there too. Much love to the lurkers. You're part of this stream too. You don't have to chat. I know some people are busy doing other things too. So I totally get it. I keep smearing paint right here. Ah. He sent you a message? Cool. Thank you, Wyatt. Thanks. I'll send you that link after stream today, bud. Get you in the Discord. Earthling just joined it last week. So you'll be the second person that I'm meeting on YouTube that will be joining my Discord. I might eventually open up the floodgates to it, but right now I kind of like to get to know the people that are joining my Discord before they join it. So it's not just like a bunch of random people in there, you know what I mean? Because I do kind of share more of my personal life on there, I guess you could say. So, you know how it is. Sorts jazz, classics, modern. Ooh, nice. Jazz is really relaxing to listen to, huh? I like classic rock. And even like the classics, like from like the 50s. I love that song Lollipop. How about you, Sherry? Who's your favorite, some of your favorite classic songs? I like watching the old music videos from back in the day on YouTube. Watching the old performers. Back when they still used to wear clothes while they performed. Oh, how times have changed, huh? But yeah, I'm just working on a new painting today, Link. I got this idea in my mind that I needed to paint the smiley face. The iconic smiley face, but I wanted to do it a little bit different, so we added a little flower around so he has a body too. Thought I better use my ruler for this part so I don't screw it up. Yeah, what kind of things are you into, Link? What kind of hobbies do you have? Do you make art? Do you like to game? What sort of stuff do you like to do? Yeah, that's right, Wyatt. That's right. I'm a mutt. I got my, me and Sherry were just talking about this. I had gotten my 23, or not 23. Is it? Yeah, 23andMe ancestry thing done. And so I got to find out exactly what I was. And man, I'm a mutt. I was kind of surprised by the results, to be honest. I was like, wow. So I'm actually a lot more European than I thought. Got some Irish in there, some British. I'm international, baby. It's funny when someone asks, like, what is your ethnicity? I'm like, where do I start? I'm from all over the place. 60, yeah. Yeah, Sherry, I feel you on that. I love listening to classic rock. And I really love the Beatles. Like, that's another band from back in the day I really love. The Beatles are awesome, man. I feel like they were ahead of their time, you know what I mean? Yeah, I love watching those live performances from back in the day. Of course, they're not the best quality because of, like, you know, the technology they had back then. But that's kind of part of it, its charm, you know what I mean? I better go over this leaf here before I draw a line through it by accident. Yeah, this part takes a little bit of time to do, but it'll be alright. We gonna be alright. But yeah, maybe when you join the Discord, you can share some of your art in there, Wyatt. You can finally see some of your artwork. That would be cool. If you want to share it, no pressure, no pressure. Okay, so this is the stem, so I need to draw this line right here I missed. Right here. Yeah, if you're watching, please give this video a thumbs up. I would love it if we could reach 25 likes today. I don't know. I think the most likes I've ever gotten in a stream was like 24. So let's see if we can break the record with 25 today. So I need to let this part dry a little bit before I do this last line, but I can go back up here. I kind of got to jump around when I'm doing this step because I don't want to smear the black paint. So I've got to draw a little bit, let it dry, and then go back to it. Oh, I was like, where did that line go? Okay, my leaves are there. That's why there's no line. There we go. You know, I just noticed this morning, Sherry, like you can do lives with other people too. You can like do like co-streams or something. So maybe that's something we can do sometime in the future too. I've never done like a co-live or whatever you want to call it. But YouTube, I noticed this morning, does have the option to where you can go live with other people. So that might be kind of fun. We could each be like working on something. I don't know, just an idea. Yeah, aren't the Beatles? Yeah, I love Led Zeppelin too, for sure. Their music just makes you feel some kind of way, right? They don't make music like that anymore. But yeah, I love Led Zeppelin too. Have you ever watched The Wizard of Oz and listened to their album, The Dark Side of the... No. I can't remember the name of the freaking album right now, but yeah, if you've never done that, you can listen to this Led Zeppelin album, and right when the lion on The Wizard of Oz roars, you start the album up, And the album like literally syncs. You mute the movie and you just listen to the music while you're watching it, and it syncs up with the movie. It's so crazy. Like that song Money of theirs, right when they start that song starts playing in The Wizard of Oz, like the golden the yellow brick road pops up. Like, it's pretty cool. If you haven't done that, I highly suggest you check that out. You might enjoy that, Sherry. It's pretty cool. I wonder if they did that on purpose or if it was just a coincidence. There we go. Got a few paint smears going on, but we'll work around it. Yeah, that would be so much fun. Yeah, I just found that out this morning. I'm like, we should do that. We'd just be chatting and working on our pieces, you know? I don't know if I've ever seen any other streamer, like, on YouTube do that before. That would be fun. So when you do your live streams, are you going to be doing lives from your phone, or are you planning on doing lives from like a webcam, or what are you thinking? Eventually I want to get a better webcam and start doing lives using a webcam and my laptop computer. Because when I was streaming on Twitch, that's how I used to do it. And it's just kind of nice to be able to have like an art cam and a face cam. Like, I feel like it's easier for people to connect with you when they can actually see you. You know what I mean? And I don't know, it's just kind of nice to have a face to the art. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if anybody out there is looking for something cute to make for your art studio, you can make one of these. This was a little sign. I had a tutorial come out for it on Sunday. And this is actually spackle that I mixed in some acrylic paint with, and I let it dry for a couple days. And just a paint palette that I had laying around for a while. And then I used my Cricut for this part. But if you don't have a Cricut, you could use like some stencils or just hand letter on whatever you want to put for your sign, and then you just mix some spackle in with some paint and make these little fake paint blobs. This was a lot of fun to make, to be honest. I really enjoyed it. Love that. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? You would love to watch us do a live together? Well, thanks, Wyatt. That would be really cool. I appreciate your support and your encouragement. 6 people were doing a live together? Wow, I didn't know that you could do that many people together. No, I'm not, Sherry. I haven't chatted with anybody from the art group in a long time. I have like my public Facebook page and I have my private one, which we're friends with on there. But a lot of the other art people from that group were on my public Facebook page, and I haven't been on my public Facebook page in years now. But I'm pretty sure there's, I don't know if you remember them, but Haley and I can't remember the guy's name right now. I think it started with a T. But a couple actually like met together at that art group I had put together. I felt like Cupid. They ended up together and everything. I think they're still together to this day. But yeah, I felt like Cupid. They met at the art group. Be in the art space. Nice. Yeah, I'm so down, Donjel. That would be a blast. Let's do it, man. Do it live. That would be cool. I'm down. We'll have to like plan it out whenever. I mean, yeah. That would be a lot of fun. Have you ever done a live with anybody before, Donjel? So, I'm going to pull this piece out so I can kind of have some inspiration to look at as I do this. So, what I need to do now is I want to do my work on the background first, and then I'll start working on the foreground. So I can't decide if I want to use, I think I'm going to use paint for this background. I'm going to scooch this out of the way now that I'm done with this. Ron Hepcat. Oh, nice. Nice, Sherry. Yeah, me and him are like, follow each other on Instagram. He was such an awesome artist. I remember he did some like Van Gogh inspired piece of art that I really loved. I think it was maybe a train with like a Van Gogh-ish kind of background. Oh snap, we're at 16 likes, y'all. Thank you. Let's see if we can reach 24. So I'm going to set this aside real quick because I'm going to be using this live as part of a video that I'm making. So, make sure you can see this. I had Hippie Crafter, this brand right here. They sent me these paints to try out. And let's bust out this, let's bust them out of their wrapper and see how they are. I'm a huge fan of Liquitex Basics paint. I've been using that brand of paint for like the longest time. So to be honest, it's going to take a lot for these paints to live up to Liquitex Basics, I feel like. Like, I love Liquitex Basics. They have been my main go-to paint for over 10 years now. But I want to give these a try, give them a fair shot, and see how they are. This is my first time seeing them, seeing what they are like. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Alright. Pale green. This is like my most favorite shade of green. So next Tuesday, I'm going to be coming out with a review on these paints. And I'm going to be reviewing. This is, oh, I love this color. This, like, if I could have my whole house this color, I would. This is my most favorite color. I'm obsessed with this. But in the video, I'm going to be doing a review, and I'm going to be swatching all of these colors. Looks like a nice range of colors in here at first glance. I like how they have some bright colors, and then they also included some neutrals, too. Okay, we got gray. We got Mars Black. Okay, so Mars Black is my most favoritist shade of black. There's also like Ebony Black or Ivory Black, but Mars Black is like the blackest black. So I really love this shade of black. So I'm going to be using this on my painting today. We have Raw Umber. Okay. Burnt Umber. I like these browns. Viridian. This is a pretty color. Yeah, that would be so fun. All three of us can do a live together. I love that. That would be so fun. There's a violet. This is a pretty dark violet. I don't usually use dark colors in my art. This is up my alley right here. This rose. I love my bright colors. Burnt sienna. I love burnt sienna. This is a really nice shade of brown. Scarlet. Okay, I don't use much red. See, this is what I'm talking about. I like this orange. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a review on all of these colors and doing a review on their paint palettes as well. Yellow ochre, that's a good one. I really like just how there's a mix of really bright yellows or bright colors, and we got some neutrals in here too. So I'm going to be using all of these paints on this painting, but we're going to start with the white and black today. And yeah, I'll be doing swatches and everything of these paints here next week. That video will be coming out. I didn't feel like doing all the swatching and stuff today on the live. I just kind of wanted to get this painting going. So we'll see how their paint is. I'm always a skeptic at paint brands that aren't Liquitex Basics. So we'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, that would be really cool for us all to do like a live together because we all do like very different art. So it'd be really interesting, I think, for viewers to like experience all this different type of art at one time, you know? But Dondro and Ha Creative Mystics, I feel like your approach to art is very similar, just being very intuitive, and you know, the messages that you all share with your art is very, very similar. So I think definitely, like, I don't know, I think that'd be really cool. But that's a really good idea, Wyatt. I like that. Yeah, Sherry. I can't remember the guy's name for the life of me right now. But they were both so sweet. Like, I'm so happy that they found love at the Creative Collaborations Crew. That was the name of this art group I put together, y'all. It's called the Creative Collaborations Crew. And it was this artist networking group I started when I was in Sacramento, just because I wanted to meet some more artists. And I was kind of going through a time in my life where I had a lot of social anxiety. And I wanted to push myself like out of that. And so I started up this artist networking group. And we would meet up once a month and just talk about different art related topics. Kind of like, we talk about like the business side of art, I guess you could say. And we had people come do different like, why can't I think right now? Different, whatchamacallits. You know, they come and show like their medium. Like, we learned how to do screen printing from one artist and stuff like that. We learned how to do resin pouring from another artist. I really like this canvas because I can push really hard on it, and it's not like, it has no give to it, which is pretty nice. But yeah, it really helped me push me outside of my comfort zone, because I like really hated, and I still don't really like talking in front of groups of people. But every month I would come up with different topics, and I would get in front of a group of people and talk about these different things. It was a lot of fun though. It was a really cool time, you know what I mean? Hey Betty, how you doing, Betty? Thank you so much. How are you doing today? Are you an artist as well? I got a little behind reading the chat, my bad. Thanks for sharing on your Facebook page, Sherry. I appreciate that. Thank you for your support. You're so freaking sweet. I appreciate you. Hippie Crafter is somewhere in the U.S., Sherry. I know that they're a family-owned art supply brand, so it's not like a huge corporation. I can't remember. I think maybe they're out of Florida. I read their little about me thingy, but for the life of me, I can't remember right now. Yeah, sounds good, Wyatt. Enjoy your rest of your night. Get some good sleep, buddy. And thank you for popping in and chatting with me, and for all your support. I really appreciate it. And best of luck on your exams. I know you're going to kill it. Go kick that exam's booty. Kick him right in the butt. But yeah, have a good night, Wyatt. And thank you so much, Betty. I appreciate your kind words. I'm just getting this painting ready to paint. So I transferred my drawing onto the canvas. I did my outlining with the black paint pen. And now I'm trying to get rid of these pencil marks. So I'll have a cleaner canvas, a cleaner surface to work from. But yeah, do you do art as well, Betty? Good time, good. Oh, I know, Sherry, right? How did we even meet? Did you just come to a meeting? Like, I was trying to remember, like, how we even connected to begin with. But yeah, I'm so thankful that we met too. I wish we could have, like, you know, I could have done the CCC thing for longer, but I did it for about 6 months, and then it was right when we were going to be moving, so I had to stop. I had to stop doing it because I was getting ready to move. But that was a lot of fun. I really need to get back on my old Facebook page and see how everybody's doing. There was some seriously talented people in that group. And it was cool because it was like people who did all kinds of art. It wasn't just artists like who did paintings. It was sculptors and metal workers, and it was really fun. And I got to meet those people from Sincere Ceramics. They were so freaking sweet. I did a couple of classes at their little art studio space. They were such nice people. Yeah, I'm really thankful for that time. When I first moved here, I tried to connect with more like artists like in my area. But like the art vibe here is just very different. It's like, I don't know, I feel like it doesn't really match my vibe of the kind of stuff that I create, if that makes sense. So yeah, I haven't really connected with artists here as much as I did in Sacramento. I mean, I did meet a couple really nice people, but I don't know. The art scene around here is just like, they're much older people, and their art is, I don't know, it's just different vibe. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I think this is ready. I just noticed that I forgot a line right here, so I need to fix that while I'm at it. Yeah, the canvas I'm working on is also from Hippie Crafter, and honestly, I really love this. Like, usually I get my canvases from Michaels, but like, I don't know if you could tell, but like putting pressure on this, it's not like, the canvas isn't giving as much, you know what I mean? It's a very nice, tight canvas. And a lot of the time I'm working with my hand on the canvas, so most of the time I have to be really like aware of how much pressure I'm putting down on the canvas. But with this one, I feel like I can press pretty hard and it's not like giving, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty happy with it. They only have 9x12 sizes though. But I did add them to my Amazon storefront if anyone wants to see the canvas I'm working with. I haven't added the paints to my storefront yet because I'm not sure if I like them yet. So I only added stuff that I actually like to my storefront. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm happy to have Mars Black in their arsenal. So I think I will start with the black checkerboard first, and then I'll have to paint these little other areas white. I wish I could make it like plan it out so this one is black. So white, black, white, black, white, black. Perfect. The part where I smeared a bunch of paint is going to be black, so I won't have to worry so much about covering this up. Yeah, me too. Me too, Sherry. It's freaking awesome. I'm so happy to connect with you. Like, it's always great to know other artists, right? Like, I feel like we can really inspire one another, and it's just nice to have someone to chat with about art, you know? Run my ideas by and all that kind of stuff. Listen, or at another art show. Oh, okay. I never went to the Aloha Festival. Maybe it was Michael's or another. It could, maybe. I really cannot remember for the life of me. Or was it at the city council meeting? Or did we know each other before the city council meeting? Because I know we went to some city council thing to get like, and you were there. I remember seeing you there. Was it there that we met? It might have been at the city council meeting. So first glance, this paint is super thick, which I like. But let's see how it applies here. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Liquitex Basics. I've been using that for years, but we'll see how this compares to it. So far I like it. It's really thick. And it's really opaque. Like, I don't think I'm going to have to go over this black again once I do one layer of it, but I really like how thick it is. That's pretty nice. I can't wait to try the other colors in that pack and see what they're all about. Okay. Yeah, okay, was at the council meeting. Okay, that's right. Yeah, me and Sherry just randomly, Hawk Creative Mystics, we met randomly at a city council meeting one day. Because they had this thing going on for artists where they had an art show that they were doing. That's right, the city council. And they were looking for artists for this art show. And me and Sherry met there. I saw she did art as well, and I gave her my business card, and she came to the CCC meetings, and that's how we met. That's right. I could not remember until just now. Good times, huh? Isn't that crazy how long ago that was? Like, it honestly feels like a lifetime ago. Like, time has just been moving so quickly. Well, let me give you a little close-up of this paint. It's pretty smooth. This paint is very thick and smooth. It's not chunky or anything. I like it so far. And it's leaving a nice coat of paint on here. I like it. I wish the bottles were a little bit larger, a little bit bigger. They are 2 ounces. And I don't think they sell them in larger bottles than this. But I think this would be a nice set, like especially for like a beginner or something. When they're still like doing a lot of tiny paintings. Like I do a lot of large paintings. So I need a lot of paint with whatever I'm working on. But I like this paint so far. It's pretty nice. And it's gliding on here really easily, and I just really like how thick it is. Because Liquitex paint is very thick, the basics one that I use, but I don't even think it's as thick as this, to be honest. And I like the shade of black. It's like super black. It's not like that weird grayish black. But yeah, I feel so blessed that they sent me this paint to do a little video on it for them. So that that art studio sign that I made, the vinyl that I used for that paint, for that piece, the sign was also from them. And I really liked it, to be honest. They seem like a very, like, pretty good quality of supplies. Honestly. And I'm like a hardcore Liquitex Basics lover, but this is pretty nice. And it's very satisfying. I love doing this checkerboard background because it's just so predictable. I don't have to think much while I'm painting it. I kind of like the song. But yeah, this has been such a good day. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be able to get on here and share my passion with y'all and to chat and just, you know, sending lots of good vibes to everybody out there in the world. And I hope I can inspire more people to get in touch with their creative side. That's like my biggest goal with my art channel, is to inspire others to get creative. And so that's why I share a lot of do-it-yourself tutorials and that kind of thing. Because I feel like everybody's an artist. Everyone's got an artist in them. Even if you say you can't draw a stick figure, you can still make art. Art doesn't have to be subjective. It could be just totally from your heart, just an abstract piece. Whatever it is. And even if you feel like you're not good at drawing, you can always trace something and paint it. Like, that's not cheating. As long as you're having fun and you're being creative, like, that's what matters the most. Not necessarily the tools that you're using or the techniques that you're using. It's just all about getting in touch with that creative side, you know? And art has just always been my best way of expressing myself, and it's really helped me a lot with my mental health. And so yeah, that reminds me, this Sunday I have a video coming out. And perfectionism in art has been something that has always been a bit of a struggle for me. I've gotten a lot better about it over the years. But I think that's another thing that kind of stops people from creating, is that perfectionism in them. Just when something doesn't turn out how they want it to, they just want to give up. And so I'm coming out with a video on Sunday about how making art is just about self-expression and self-love even. And that you can kick perfectionism to the curb and make some art and not be worried about it. So this Sunday I have a video coming out about that, because I really want to encourage other people to kick that perfectionism side to the curb. To the curb. But yeah, I think making art is just really an innate, like, thing. Like, it's so interesting to me. Like, even people back in the day, when people were living in caves, like, they were just so worried about survival and gathering food and having shelter, like, but they still made time to make art, which is so interesting to me. You get, you know, like with the cave paintings. So I think that's just a great example of how important making art is for people, and how it has been since the beginning of time, when people were still living in caves, you know? Such an important thing. Such a great way to express yourself, and a really good way to take that time for your self-care even. And like I said, you don't need fancy art supplies. Like, literally the Dollar General has art supplies. And you know what? Their paints from there aren't bad. I did a review on Dollar General art supplies a month or two ago, and honestly, I was really impressed by their quality of paint and the things that they had there. So don't let that get in your way either. You don't need fancy art supplies. You just need to set a time, you know, set aside that time for yourself and for your art. So that would be white, that would be black, that would be white, black, white. This would be black, right? I think so. It's kind of a little bit confusing because some of my marks are covered up, but I think I need to switch to a smaller paintbrush. This would be black. Most of my checkerboards are covered up, so I have to think a little bit more when I'm trying to do this step so I don't mess it up. But yeah, this paint's spreading pretty easily too. I'm pretty satisfied with it. But yeah, if you're a creative out there, a content creator, you can go to hippiecrafter.com, and they have a thing where you can sign up for them to send you some art supplies in exchange for a video review. So if you're an artist out there, content creator, go check them out. And also, if anybody wants to try some of these hippie crafter supplies, you can use the promo code hippie10 at checkout and get yourself 10% off of your first order through them. They gave me a promo code to share. But yeah. So I got it. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it so nice, Sherry, to feel free when you're making art? Just to see where your creativity like leads you instead of you trying to lead it. It's very freeing, and not just in art, but in all aspects of life, right? Yeah, perfectionism is definitely something that I've been fighting for a long time. But yeah, your art doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing you do, you're a human. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. So I think it's important just to get that idea out of your head, right? So this one would be black. This one would be black. Okay, I'm doing it right. I just had to double check myself here. Let me get this music playing. But yeah, I just like to try to encourage people to get creative, you know? Because I know how much creativity has helped me in my life. It's helped me through a lot. And I actually have PTSD, which I haven't really talked about before on stream. But creating art has helped me even dealing with PTSD and all that stuff that comes with it. I honestly feel a lot better. I feel like I've healed through it. But art has been a huge instrument in dealing with that too. But yeah, next Monday, me and Sherry Hawk, aka Hawk Creative Mystics, we are going to be doing an interview on her channel. She's gonna be interviewing your girl. And we are gonna be talking about life and art and all kinds of things. And I'm really looking forward to maybe chatting a little bit more about how art has really helped me through a lot of hard times in my life. I don't really usually talk about those kind of things because I like to just have a, be on a positive note, but sometimes you got to talk about the dark times that you went through because maybe it'll help somebody else who is going through that as well, you know. Whoops, this part should have been white. I screwed that up because the line would have been here, right? So this should have been white. Whoops! I'll have to fix that. Maybe I need to add in some of these lines here. Because this should have been, there should have been a line, oh, I guess right here. Are there any other spots like that I need to watch? Yeah, in here, I didn't get my line in. That's the thing about these checkerboards. I gotta make sure that I'm not missing any lines here. Okay. I think really that was the only spot that was like that. So somehow I'm gonna have to figure out how to cover up that area with some white. We'll see how it goes. Whoops. I had to add a little water to my paint because it started drying out on me a bit. But today is actually a nice day. We actually got a break from the rain, which I'm so thankful for. So this would have been black because this would be white, right? So this little spot needs to be black. Then this square needs to be black. I love this black and white checkered look. It's just so classic. It reminds me of the Vans slip-on shoes. Those used to be the only shoes that I used to wear. And I still pretty much only ever wear Vans. I love Vans. But I don't really wear the slip-ons anymore. I got these I don't remember the name of them. Some like mountain series that they had come out with, and they're my most favorite Vans that I have right now. But yeah, I'm a Vans wearer for life for sure. Okay, so this is white, and then this would be black, right? Yes. Skipping this ad. Yeah, sounds good. I'm so excited about that. I'm so freaking excited. Usually I like to paint from left to right, so let me go back over here actually. So how are you gonna record it? Is it gonna be like a Zoom? Like, are you gonna record the video portion of like a Zoom or something? I was curious about that. How that would happen. I really love that idea though, like how you can interview other artists and learn some more about them. Like years ago, me and a friend of mine had a blog that we did together, and it was called Bi-Coastal State of Mind. And it was named that because I was in California and she was in New York. But we were really good friends. And so we did this blog together, and I used to do artist interviews on there. And I really loved it because it gave me the chance to like chat with artists that like I really admired. One of them I remember, I still follow her on Instagram. I've been following her work for like over 10 years now. Her name is Carrie Ellen. And she does all kinds of different artwork, sculpting and textile work, all kinds of stuff. She's an amazing artist. So that's good. Okay, so this side's gonna be black. All right, let me switch back to the bigger brush. Oh, okay, you can record straight through Zoom. That's cool. I didn't know that. Awesome. So is that how you did your other interviews before, was through Zoom, recording through Zoom? Yeah, this will be my first, well, I did one little, like, interview at my very first art show. I posted the video of it a couple weeks ago. So the company, it's called Raw All Natural Artists. They found my work through Instagram, and they invited me to do an art show with them. This was like in 2015, December of 2015. And so that was my very first time ever showing my work out in public. Like before, I'd only ever shown my art online. And they interviewed, like they did a little video interview with everybody. And I was so freaking nervous. Like, it's funny going back and watching the video because I can just like, I could see how nervous I was. But I did share it as a video on YouTube if anyone wants to see my very first artist interview. But besides that, I've done an interview for a blog, so it wasn't video or anything. So this will be my second video interview that I will have ever done. So I'm very excited about it. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, y'all, make sure you check out Hot Creative Mystics and go subscribe to her channel, because the interview is going to be posted on her channel. And she has a goal right now to reach 50 subscribers so she can start going live on YouTube. So if we can help her out with that, it would be freaking awesome, because she does amazing work. Just an overall amazing person. Not just an artist, but a very creative, very spiritual person. So I'm very excited to be doing this interview with her. I'm going to have to... I looked at the questions. I started thinking about the questions that you sent me. I'm going to have to do some more thinking on them. But yeah, that should be fun. I love that. Maybe I should start doing artist interviews too, Sherry. You're inspiring me. Maybe I can interview you too. Wouldn't that be cool? Maybe we should do that. Would you be down to be interviewed too? When I was doing the interviews on the blog, like I had a whole list of questions and I used the same questions for every person because I thought it was really interesting to see how all these different people would answer the same questions, but maybe I should interview you too. Yay, you got your art space reset. Nice. Doesn't that feel good? I just have a bunch of like art that I've made and I don't really have anywhere to hang it because all my walls are filled up with my art. So that's a big struggle for me. So I have a bunch of stuff that I've made, but I don't have any place to put it. Like that fake bake cake I made a couple weeks ago. It's sitting behind my easel because I'm like, where am I even going to put this? I have no idea. I really want to get a hutch for my dining room so that I can have like a space to display all of my things. Like I have sculptures and stuff that I've made. I think I need a little line right here. But I don't have any place to display them, so I need to get some more like space to display the stuff that I've made over the years. But yeah, I really want to get back into sculpting again. I haven't done any sculpting in like 3 years and I really enjoy it. Have you ever done any sculpting before, Sherry? Any sculptors out there in the chat? I really enjoy just turning a big blob of clay into something functional or something just cute to look at. So yeah, eventually probably this spring / summer I'll start doing some lives playing with some air dry clay because I have all the tools for it. Might as well put them to use, right? Interview your art peoples. Yes, taking that one down. Yeah. Wouldn't that be fun, Sherry? I really appreciate your encouragement and your inspiration. You're inspiring me too. Because I really had never thought about doing that. But that would be really cool. I would love to do that. Because yeah, I really enjoyed it when I was doing it on the blog, and then I kind of stopped doing the blog. I just didn't have the time anymore for writing. Writing used to be a really big expression, like way for me to express myself. I even wanted to be an author at one point in my life. And who knows, maybe one day I'll write a book. Because I've been through a lot in my life. I feel like I might have a thing or two to talk about. Maybe I can help others who are battling some of the things that I went through. I don't know. You just never know who you might inspire out there in the world, which is one of the coolest things about social media, I think. So that was white. This would be black. And this would be white. I think I need to draw another line right here. So this would be going, yeah. I need a little, just a little squiggly right there to show that there is another line right there. Because that would be white, and then this would be black. This little spot needs to be black too. I've been rewatching The Wonder Years lately, and I just forgot how cute of a show that is. It's so wholesome. I love that show. With posts. Yeah, oh my gosh, I just joined a paper mache group on Facebook, Sherry. They have some amazing stuff on there. Like, I honestly forgot about paper mache as like an art medium. So this is white, this is black. Paper mache is so freaking cool, the stuff you can make with it. I saw this chick, she made this giant pair of lips. And they looked so cool. Like, it was like the whole, like, lips with the teeth and, like the teeth were, like, biting on the lip kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about, the real popular, it's like a popular image. But, yeah, I thought that was so cool. And she made it as, like, a wall hanging. And I guess she had used cardboard for the base of it. But I would really like to get back into... Even doing some paper mache stuff would be fun. Like, I remember doing that a lot in high school. I remember in high school, I made my own piñata out of paper mache. And I made it of this teacher that I hated. Just so I could, like, I just beat the hell out of this piñata because I made it look like this teacher I didn't like. I guess I was pretty petty in my younger years. Yeah, that's one of the last, like, paper mache things I made, but I think it would be fun to get back into it, you know? Creativity, yeah. And yeah, I think so. I think so too, Sherry. I don't know. I feel like I've been through so much in my life, and if I can help other people who are going through these struggles and just kind of show them, like, you can do it. You can make it through that darkness. Because I did, and I'm no different than anybody else. It's taken years and years and years of a lot of self-care. I did therapy for like a year and a half. It was this therapy called EMDR therapy. And oh my God, it's very intense. It's not like just talk therapy. It was some crazy therapy. But it was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. But it was so worth it because it helped me get to this place of healing in my life, you know. And I thought when I was done with therapy, like, oh, I'm healed, I'm good now. But no, I had to incorporate yoga and meditation, and those things really helped me propel me forward with the tools that I already learned, you know what I mean? But yeah, maybe one day I'll write a book. I always wanted to be a writer when I was younger. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, I've been thinking a lot about, you know, like stories within artwork. And sometimes I feel like I don't know what stories I have to share. I know I've been through a lot, so I know there's some stories in there, but I think I need to maybe spend some more time kind of diving a little deeper into that aspect or that part of myself, I guess you could say. But yeah, I just started this new book a couple days ago, and it's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And at first, I wasn't sure if I really liked it because it was just a little bit dry to start with. But now I'm getting into it. I'm really enjoying this book. I've been really into audiobooks the past like year and a half or so. I got this app on my phone. It's called Libby, Libby. And if you have a library card, you can connect it to this app and you can like check out books like digitally through your local library. And it's been a really good tool to have because YouTube has a bunch of really good digital books or audiobooks for free too. But Libby's been really nice. It's been a really helpful tool with me in my healing journey as well. Just, learning as much as I can. So this would be black. Okay. You love isn't the Wonder Years so cute? I just hate how at the end, like, that they don't end up together. I wanted Wendy and Kevin to end up together. Like, why? That's the part I hate the most. But I guess it's kind of realistic because, I mean, most people don't end up with the first person, like, they fall in love with, right? But it still sucked. I would have loved that. And I feel like they could have done like a, I don't know, like a continuation of the show. Like, make them so they're all working at a high school together. Maybe they all grew up to be teachers, and I don't know. I would have really liked to see that show continue on because it was so cute. Yeah. Yes, to try. Yes, so true. So true. I so agree. I totally agree with that, Sherry. It's just a matter of getting outside of that comfort zone. And that's with all aspects of life, right? Making some good progress on this. This background is taking me a lot longer than I expected, but that's fine. I might end up painting the white areas, the white squares off of stream, and then tomorrow, when I do my next live tomorrow, it'll be at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. I think I'm going to be working on this painting some more. I started working some more on that neon tree piece yesterday, and I really want to get that done, so I might work on that piece tomorrow too. Because I've been having it as my goal to get it done for like 2 weeks now, and I just haven't got around to it yet. I've been busy making all these other new pieces that I need to finish my old ones. Such a bad habit of mine. Start a new piece before the old one's done. But it's like when I have these ideas, I feel like I have to get them out, you know? But yeah, this black paint's pretty nice. I'm liking this paint, honestly. I added a little bit of water to it because it was starting to dry up a bit on my paint palette, like acrylic paint tends to do. There we go. Yeah, it's really cool, Sharon. My dad's the one who actually told me about it, but Libby is awesome. I went and signed up for a library card, and I've been on the Libby app. They give you like 3 weeks for a book, but if you need to, you can extend it, renew it. But yeah, it's a nice little tool, and it's totally free. All you need is the library card. But I've been learning all kinds of different things listening to these audiobooks. I really liked this one. It was called The Untethered Soul. I learned a lot from that book. But I feel like, you know, you can learn a lot about different perspectives and different ways that people think from reading and listening to audiobooks. I just like audiobooks because I don't have to sit there and hold up a book in front of my face. Like, kind of makes my neck a little bit sore having to hold up a heavy book in front of my face for, like, you know, a long period of time at a time. So I like the audiobooks because I can just listen to whenever I'm doing whatever, like doing dishes or cooking or whatever. And just turn on an audiobook and learn something, you know? So, thank you. Thank you, Sherry. Yeah. Oh God, I have so many work in progresses. I hope this was right. Black, white, black, white, black. Okay, this is right. But yeah, I talked about it before on stream. Like, I have some work in progress pieces from like 10, 12 years ago that I never finished. And so eventually I want to start working on those on stream. Like, finish up all my old work in progress pieces. Sometimes it's hard to look at your old art, right? For me it is, because I'm like, ugh. It's so cringe, but that's all part of, you know, got me to the point where I'm at now, so just part of my journey. But yeah, some of the old pieces I have are definitely not things that I would paint nowadays. Just very different subjects. Like, there, I did this one set, still work in progress. And yeah, I started it like probably 12 years ago. And it's a series of old storefronts from like the 50s. And I started them like right around the time they started to really gentrify New York. And I just kind of wanted to capture these old classic storefronts before they got torn down and changed to make them look more modern, you know? And so that would probably be the first set of work in progress pieces that I would want to finish up. Because there are some old, cool, like, cool old buildings. I really love, like, historical things like old cars, old buildings, like anything from back in the day is very interesting to me. Because it's just a part of history, right? And I love history. But yeah, I have a little antique collection. I love collecting like old makeup kits and stuff like that. I have a couple from like the 30s and 40s. And I really love to collect like old photos. Those old I can't remember for the life of me what they're called right now. But those old school photos when they were still using the old cameras. I feel like I'm kind of the caretaker of these pictures now. Because when people used to get their picture taken back in the day, it was like a big deal. You know, it wasn't like nowadays when people just have access to a camera right there on their phone. Like, it was a big special, you know, day for them. And so I always think about that when I see these old photos, like how excited these people must have been to, oh, I'm going to get my picture taken, you know? And then 100 years from now, this chick named Yaz is going to have it in her collection. Who knows? You know, you never know. And those that were finished. Oh, okay. I like that. So you go back sometimes and look at your old artwork and finish them up too, huh? No, I never lived in New York. It was just those old buildings. Like, I was kind of sad when I heard about how they were turning all these old storefronts into, like, to make them look modern, and it kind of made me sad. So I was like, I need to paint these. But I guess that's a story, right? That's kind of a story for a painting. But yeah, I've always wanted to visit New York. I hope to one day. I want to go see the Statue of Liberty and check out Ellis Island and see all the historic old places, you know? Because I'm a huge history buff. Have you ever been to New York before? I mean, I used to collect. Oh, okay. That's awesome. You used to collect old photos too? That's freaking cool. I always wondered about their stories. Like, same here, Sherry. But yeah, I have a whole collection of them. I don't put them on display because I know like light could damage them potentially, so I keep them in a drawer. And every once in a while I like to go back and look at them. But I have some photos of like old buildings that someone took back in the day, and I have some photos of like a family, stuff like that. One of my favorites is of this lady. She was so pretty, and she was sitting in the front passenger seat of a car, and whoever took the photo was sitting in the back seat, and she's like looking over the seat, and she was just so pretty. I was like, I need to take her home with me. Give her a place to live. But yeah, I love old things like that. Maybe one day on stream I'll have to pull out my old photos and share them with y'all. We'll go on a little